afternoon. Hello students, you are welcome to today's class. Today's class is a bit technical, so I want you all to pay rapt attention. You will see that most times I start with an empty board and start writing for you, but this time I've already set up my diagram because I don't want the complexity of this class to confuse you. Alright, the class is called Shadow Creation. We are going to be what? Creating shadows to our divs. In our past experiences, we have created divs, we have colored them, we have put borders, but now we want to put shadows. Now, if you notice, when you stand in the sun, the direction your shadow is going to fall depends on the direction the sun is coming from. You notice that in the morning, your shadow is on one side because the sun is rising in the east. In the afternoon, your shadow will be on the other side because the sun is rising in the west. Now, if it is night and you go to where there is a bulb, as you move around the bulb, you will see that the direction of the shadow will also change. Your shadow will fall on the exact opposite direction of the bulb. Is that clear? So the same thing goes for creating shadow for HTML objects. Excuse me. Now, what happens is when you want to create a shadow for an HTML object, you have to tell the system what direction the light is coming from. Then the system will show you do the shadow, so that when you are looking at your image, your shadow will fall correctly. Alright, first thing we are going to do, let us write a normal div code. The one we are used to, the one with color and the one with background and everything. Let's do that now. Okay, so our div, which you know will be less than div, this. We are familiar with this already. Abi, very good. So, style. We are familiar with style already also. Yes. And then we put in our structures. Width, we can give it normally as we do, maybe 200 px, which is our this, right? So 200 px. We can give our height also. The same thing, 200 px, and then background color. Normally we start with background color. But let's make it last here, doesn't matter. Background color, we will give background color, this time around, let's say red. So we are good. This is our HTML code, and the code is okay. Is that clear? Alright. Now, we can see our code, but there's no shadow in this code. This is going to give us a standard HTML design, which we will see and we'll be able to use, but there is no shadow in that code. Is that clear? Alright, so let's test that in our normal HTML design. Ready? Okay. Okay, let me copy that again. Alright, let's do this and use Ctrl C. Ctrl C is for copying. Ctrl C, yes. Those of us who are programmers, we are grateful to the person that invented Ctrl C and Ctrl P, because we would have had to write a lot of words if not for those two things. So you see, I've brought it here, and now you can see this is a box that is red. We all know how to create that. The next thing we want to do is we want to add a shadow to it. So adding shadow is almost the same thing like adding border. You will say box shadow. Is that clear? And then inside the arguments, you write your first argument. You can say 70 px positive. You can see there is no symbol in front of a number. It means the number is positive. So I'm putting my sun here because I'm giving the first number positive. Can you see my diagram here? This is where my diagram matters. Let me finish and then I will explain myself again. So 70px, and let's give it another 7, or let's say the second one 60px. And then we now give the color of the shadow. We can say light blue. Okay, now this is good. Now you can see that the first number is positive. The second number is positive. These are the two numbers that I'm trying to explain here. So you can see this NW means northwest. This is north. You are all familiar with your compass. This is south. This is west. And this is what? East. So when we say northwest, is this side. You can see northwest. Anything on this side is northwest. Now, I'm telling you through this explanation, through this diagram, that when you do positive on the first two numbers, you are putting your sun, your light in the northwest. Where will the shadow fall? If the light is here, the shadow must fall on this side. So putting 70, 7 and 60, and they are both positive, means that we are putting our light here, our shadow will fall on this side. So yeah, let's copy this code and go and paste it. In our what? In our editor. Oh, can we see it? Can we see the shadow? Beautiful. So you can see, because the light is on this side, which is what? Northwest. Your shadow has fallen opposite of it. You can see the straight line from here to here. If the light is here, your shadow will go here. If the light is here, your shadow will go here. Do you understand? I think I need to draw another diagram for that, or maybe just a set of lines. Let's do that. Let's do that. My explanation is based on something like this. Let's draw a line. What I'm saying now is, if your shadow, if your light is here, do you understand? Let's say this is your light, and this is the object, your rectangle. Are you getting me? Your shadow will be here. If your light is here, which is like that one that we did, do you understand? Can you see? Your shadow will be where? Here. Do you understand now? The same thing goes for the opposite. If your light is here, your shadow will be where? Here. And if your light is here, do you understand? Your shadow will be where? Here. So the light and the shadow always go opposite of one another. Is that clear? All right. So when we are writing our code, we must be mindful of that. So let us now do some things actively. What we are going to do now is that we are going to change the position of our light by making the second number here negative. Is that clear? Let's make the second number negative. Do we understand? When we make our second number negative, then we should have what we want. Second number negative. All right, let's do it in our compiler. Okay, so I'm going to make the second number, which is 60, negative. What does that mean? The second number is negative based on this diagram. What will happen? This is second number negative. Can you see? It means our light is going to be northeast. Shadow will fall to the southwest. Can you see? Opposite. So let's try it in our compiler. Second number is now negative. Can you see? Can you see? Oh, yes. So, our shadow has fallen here. It means our light came here. Our shadow fell here. If we change the first number, the both of them to negative, oh, we can see where our shadow has fallen. Our light is coming from here, so our shadow falls here. We need to do some adjustment on this one. I think this one, the first number, the first should be negative, the second positive. For northeast and for southwest, we are going to have the first as positive and the second as negative. So it means that if we do first as positive, second as negative, our shadow will fall to the northeast. Okay, first positive, second negative. Okay, let's try that. First positive, second negative. Can we see? Our shadow fall where? To the northeast, because our light is coming from here. Can you see our diagram is now correct? You see that? These two were on the wrong side before, but I just take them now. So first positive, second negative. Our light is coming from here, our shadow will be here. Do you understand? Let us turn to first negative, second positive. It means our light is coming from here, so our shadow will come here. Let's do it. First negative, second positive. First negative, second positive. Oh, can we see? Our shadow is now falling here because our light is coming from this direction. Do you now understand? This is a video. You can pause it, look at it as many times as possible. I won't go too far in this class because I know it's complex. I will now give you assignment which I'm going to type here. Now, this is my classwork. Alright? You are going to create a rectangle with width 300 and height 400, and put the shadow in what? Southeast. What does that mean? It means you put your light in northwest. Let me just help you, which means the light will be in northwest. I'll adjust now. I know the lines are all over each other, so when I adjust you see it clearly. Okay, so that's my question. Can you see it now? Create a rectangle. I wrote rectangle. Let's spell that correctly. A rectangle with 300 and 400, and put the shadow in southeast, which means the light must be in northwest. So your code is going to follow northwest. Is that clear? Okay. Alright. Go ahead, do your assignments, do your classwork, and let's get back on the next class. Enjoy your time. Thank you for listening to this class.